Welcome to the Online Marketing for Doctors podcast, the place to grow and scale profitable practices with your show hosts, Huyen Truong and Steve Tate.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Online Marketing for Doctors podcast. I'm your host Huyen Truong and this is Stephen Tate. And today we are going to talk about how to buy back your time so you can scale your practice up.
Well, that sounds good, but I think our listeners might be asking, what does that mean exactly?
Well, in other areas of life, we change as we grow. Our clothing style, where we live, where we eat, yet how we use money and time, especially for entrepreneurs, we are very resistant to change. So I'd like to take you behind the scenes of one of the most powerful productivity concepts I've learned as a business owner, buying back your time in both your work and personal lives.
Yeah, a great example of buying back time is hiring people to do tasks so you can focus on high impact items that matter. If you want the highest impact on your business or whatever you're doing exactly, you've got to think about where you are going to invest properly to buy back your time, whether it's hiring people to do cleaning, cooking, driving, administrative tasks, bookkeeping, website maintenance, the list goes on.
And think about it, when you're hiring people to help you do other things, you are gaining leverage and focusing on the things that will help you make more money in the future. There are really high-level things that you can be doing, whether it's spending your time consulting with your patients or doing surgery or training your team so they can take over your tasks. It's give you time to dedicate to practice building tasks.
So you've got to think about A, what are your areas of genius, and B, where can you make the most impact? You don't want to do tasks that can be easily hired out. Yes, sure, you can learn how to do it or maybe even easily accomplish it right now. That is absolutely fine. But if you want to create the highest impact on your business and make the most of what you do in this world, you have to think about how you can buy back your time, freeing you up to focus your energy on the high impact items affecting your business. All of you who are listening to this have probably used some kind of ride-sharing services in the past, whether it be Uber or Taxify or maybe some kind of taxi. That's buying back your time. Or when you go to a restaurant instead of cooking at home, where we'd have to organize the meal, get ingredients, cleaning up afterwards. You're buying back time.
Actually, it's so much easier to buy back your time these days than it was 10 or even 5 years ago. Uber, Postmate, Airtasker, Uber Eats, all these new apps can really help you out buying back your time. You can pay people to help you a simple task. You don't have to hire a full-time person. That's actually really inefficient and inexpensive as well. Buying back your time makes you more efficient, and these apps can also help you save money too. So if I bought a car, I would have to pay for maintenance, petrol, I would have to pay for the car payments, insurance, and it adds up. Like Steve has a car. So how much do you end up spending on it each month? Come on.
I don't know, maybe $600, $700 a month.
I bet it might be cheaper for you to have a full-time Uber driver. And if he has a Uber full-time, he can work at the same time and getting more tasks done. So are you getting rid of your Mazda now? Yes or no?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
So every time when Steve says maybe, that's a no. The point I'm trying to make here is focusing on efficiencies. I don't even own a car. I don't even drive a car. I rather focus on work and get some tasks done when I'm in the car, being driven around. And sure, you may end up calling me a workaholic and have nothing else better to do in my life. But I love what I'm doing and being more productive and efficient with my time. It also makes more impact on the business.
There's an app that you can use to help you buy back your time. It's called Rescue Time. It shows you where you are inefficient. Like you could be browsing Facebook too often, or you could be doing more high impact tasks. And the app is breaking them all down for you. So you'll see how many hours you're spending on this kind of stuff each day or week or even by month. Because The key in life isn't just to keep working and working, but it's about spending your time wisely.
Well, in addition, there's another app, iOS app called Moment. It shows you how much time you use on your phone, how many times you pick up your phone, and how much time you spend on each different apps. For example, last week when I was in Japan, I was looking at all the time I was spending on my phone. Maybe 15 to 20% of my phone time was on Google Maps because I was walking around Japan. Which makes sense. But on the other side of things, I was spending time on my other apps such as YouTube and Facebook as well. So what did I do? I went ahead and deleted all these time-wasting apps, and I have optimized my time. So I definitely recommend you downloading Moment and Rescue Time apps.
And also look at your life as well. What I like doing is a task prioritization chart in an Excel spreadsheet where you can put different columns of, say, $20 an hour, $30 an hour, $50 an hour, $100, even a $500 hour task. And in these columns, map out things that you are doing right now into these categories that it would cost you to pay someone else to do them. Now, if you wanted to free up more time to focus, say, on marketing next year, look at the cost involved in paying someone to free up your time from these allocated tasks and weigh up the potential increase in revenue and profits that could be realized.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else on my end. Time is money, and focusing on what's going to give you the best or biggest return on investment, or another word, return, ROT, return on time in life. It's not about working a ton of hours. It's about being really efficient with your time.
All right. Well, that's it for today. But before we go, we'd like to hear from you, practice owners. Please share a moment when you realize you should be buying back your time. It can be something small, like realizing that you spent 3 hours a week buying food, so you started getting grocery deliveries. Or big, like hiring someone to send all of your marketing emails after you realized you weren't good at it. Share your thoughts in our comment section below.
These sessions of Online Marketing for Doctors podcast has come to an end. Be sure to subscribe to more weekly marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you always dream of. And don't forget to rate and review so we continue to bring you the best weekly content possible to see you next week. If you want to listen to any particular topics, please fill out a 1-minute survey that we put a link in the show notes so we can produce relevant podcasts for you. If you want to be our show guest, wow, that's even better. Email us and let us know what topics you would like to talk about.
Yeah, we'd love for you to be involved. This is the first podcast channel in Australia about medical marketing, and we aspire to make this channel a world-leading channel for the healthcare professional community. There are many benefits to being on our show, including but not limited to exposure to our healthcare professional community of thousands of doctors, surgeons, specialists, dentists, and other healthcare professionals. We promote our podcasts on social media and Google, not just in Australia, but internationally, gaining you a strong global exposure. And you can also use this podcast on your own website as blog post material. The podcast would only be a Q&A interview-style format, and it would only take up to 30 minutes of your time. Yeah, we can't wait to have you on our show, and we look forward to seeing you at the next time.
Thank you for listening to the Online Marketing for Doctors podcast with Huyen Truong and Steve Tate. Be sure to check out the archive section on our website for previous episodes at onlinemarketingfordoctors.com/podcast. And subscribe to the show so we can catch you at the next episode.